Hello, Libra, and welcome to your full moon in Aries reading. This is a reading for for Libra for the full moon in Aries, which begins or which is on October 13th or 14th, depending on where you are in the world. The sun is still in Libra. And this reading is going to be a 6-card reading followed by some oracle cards that I'm going to pull. And it's about what actions that you need to take to manifest your intentions that either you set in the new moon, which entered Libra on September 28th, or what happened 6 months ago. So it's cultivating energy that you want to harvest, that was, energy that was planted back when Aries was in new moon 6 months ago. Okay, so if you understood that wacky little explanation, this is basically a reading that will last until the new moon in Scorpio on October 28th or thereabout. So while I'm reading, go ahead and please give me a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Sorry, I'm so tongue-tied, you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share and comment if that's something that you like to do. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, Libra, with where you are. All right, so the Hierophant card represents where you are now. So the Hierophant, this is a teacher, this is a guide, some sort of spiritual leader. It can also represent your faith, and it can also represent your marriage or a contract that you've made. And this is Taurus energy. You may have that Taurus energy in your life, in your chart, or with somebody very close to you. And the Hierophant is, he has sacred knowledge and understanding, and he's willing to share that with others. All right, that's very, very nice energy, Libra. So how do you present yourself to the world? Queen of Swords, very interesting. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, so you are showing up in your own reading here. And let me just adjust the camera to see if you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay, sorry, you can't. All right, but the Queen of Swords energy, this is somebody who is very logical. She's very direct in her communications. She's somebody who's been through a lot. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man or woman. Remember, these energies and gender is fluid, but she's somebody who's been through a lot and may have been hurt in the past and may have a little slight twinge of sorrow and sadness to her, and maybe a little bit cold at times, because she really uses her logic and her intellect to make decisions rather than just using her heart. She always has this sword, so she's always there to protect herself. Okay, she never jumps headfirst into anything without making sure, that she knows what's going on and that she's assessed the situation. She's a very good leader. She's a very just and very true leader as well. This card is what's blocking you, and this is Temperance. So I'm getting that some of you may have a little bit of an issue with drinking. If that doesn't resonate with you at all, what's blocking you is actually making sure that you take the middle road, that you're not too cold, you're not too logical, that you sort of try to blend, emotions and intellect, try to blend your intuition also with your analytical mind. That's going to be really important, that you find that middle ground. This card is also a very nice reminder that you are surrounded by, loved ones who have passed, ancestors, angels, and your spirit guides. So you're not alone on this journey. What you need to do, I love this, very nice. So you have the Star and Temperance. So what you really need to do is take a rest. You need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your guide. I love how the Sun is here on her third eye chakra as well. So it's really, you need to use your intuition. You need to go within. There's a lot. Look at these two women here. They're in the same positions. They're both major arcana. So this is a major issue for you, something that you can do, and you can, because I get that, people do see you as being a little bit too cold, maybe too logical, maybe too calculated. And there's a lot of healing that's going on, or that will be going on in this Aries full moon for you. And it's essential that you take this time. It could be that you need to spend time near water. Maybe if you're into rituals, you might want to take a moon bath, and I love that we do have the full moon showing up here. And you need to follow that guiding light that you have within, because you need to do a lot of healing. Okay, I'm getting here that this person, this Queen of Swords energy may have been hurt in the past, may have some sorrow, And with Temperance and the Star coming out, that's healing and rejuvenation. Now, in Aries, the full moon in Aries, especially during Libra month, and as Libra, you know, their relationships and love are at the forefront. Okay, with Aries, what's going to happen is we're going to have a lot of subconscious pains and sorrows and that sort of things, issues having to do with relationships that are going to bubble up to the surface. You might not really realize what's going on, and it might be quite uncomfortable. I was reading, and you know, it's kind of like a proverbial catharsis. When you sort of swallow something that's poisonous, you're going to throw it up, but as soon as you do, you will, you know, you'll feel much better. So something having to do with relationships, and I get that it's a love relationship. It could also be your relationship with your God, your spirituality, whatever it is you might believe in. Okay, but I do get sort of with Libra, you know, you guys being you know, and also being in Libra, the sun in Libra at the moment, it really could have to do with some relationship that's very important to you, and you really need to heal, and you need to show people that you're healing. And what you need to do within in order to succeed is exactly let those emotions out. This cup, this is the Ace of Cups, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this cup is overflowing with emotion. Don't forget that this is also a blessing that the universe is giving you. All right, so you are being blessed, and this very well may have to do with something you're very emotionally attached to. It could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could also be a project, okay? But what you need to do is take this blessing, don't turn a blind eye to it, even if it's a little bit difficult, even if it's a little bit scary. It may be very serious. Don't you know, please don't abandon your, you know, ethics or your morals or who you are, but you will need to start this healing process at this time if you haven't already. All right, your final outcome is the Five of Swords. So there's more Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. And normally this card is about winning at all costs. It's about defeating something. And it, you know, it's not always the most optimistic card, but I actually take this as a very optimistic sign for you as your outcome, because it looks like you're turning your back on something that no longer serves you. It's kind of like in this healing process, you might have to turn away from someone or something in order to do that, but you're facing it head on, and you're very sure of yourself. You're very clear. You have these swords. You know, you've taken back your power. Okay, and I think that you've either taken back your power or you're stepping into your power, and you're facing forward. You're very clear. You're very transparent in this whole process. So this is a very nice reading for you guys, Libra. Your overall energy here is the Page of Wands. It could be that there's a message. Wands are fire energy. And underneath here, again, I do have the Three of Cups. So just for a distinct few of you, it's going to have something to do with alcohol or drinking, okay? Just maybe one or two of you, maybe not any of you at all, but because I am getting all of this Temperance card, the Star card, and the Three of Cups in reverse, some of you might be embarking on a journey of sobriety that might either be with you yourself or somebody that you're dealing with in your life. The Page of Wands is a very good omen. It's this creative energy. It's somebody who's coming out to the world. They're not afraid to show who they are. They're very impulsive, but in a good way. You know, they're sort of uninhibited, and they're really themselves. They don't really care what others think, or you know what others think of them. They're very true to their, you know, what's radiating from the inside. Okay, and it's a younger energy, so you may be dealing with a child if you're a parent. You know, one of your children might be dealing with sort of addiction or alcohol issues, or, you know, somebody who's less mature, but it definitely does not have to be that at all, okay? Because when Temperance comes up, it could just be making sure you take the middle ground in your reactions and not reacting at all. It could be somebody who's very passionate and fiery and has a little bit of an anger management issue. Okay, it could be with food, it could be with drink, it could be, you know, it could be many things. So if it doesn't resonate with you as far as sobriety, that's fine. That may just be for one of you. All right. So here we have Door to Spirit. This is very nice. I love this falling on top of the Taurus Hierophant card, because that is a spiritual leader. As I started off this reading, you know, where you are right now, you might be beginning this journey. You might be beginning to sort of I get this image of like this horizon, and that's like the universe and the knowledge that you need and that you're going towards, and you meeting that on its path, and that's that Hierophant card. So the door to Spirit is open. I think you guys are, you know, learning to look within and trust your intuition. Maybe you guys are doing some meditations, connecting with your spirit guides and that sort of thing, okay? Because there is, this is a card that you are protected by your angels, surrounded by your guides, okay, on this journey. Here we have the Magician and the Mirror. I can't tell you how many times, you guys, if we look at all three of these cards, the Magician and the Mirror, is that you have the ability to blend and manifest whatever it is that you want to do, but it will be very important that you blend two polar opposites, okay? Here we have blue and we have red. We have water, we have fire. Underneath there, look, Temperance, fire, water. Okay, gold, silver. This is showing up all over the place. And Libra, you guys are the card of balance. So something for you has been very out of balance. Okay, and with this full moon, however it resonates with you, it's imperative that you bring back the balance into your life. And it looks like you're going to have to use a lot of intuition, and you're going to have to go through a healing process. But the Magician and the Mirror says take some time to reflect. Okay, it's not a card about trickery at all. It's about seeing yourself for who you are and what you need to do in order to heal and rejuvenate and step into your power. Okay, number 25 is the Deceit card coming out. Again, I just said, make sure that, this isn't a card about trickery and then a card of trickery showed up. Spirit's like, wait a second, that make sure that you're not deceiving yourself or you're being deceived by others. If this resonates with anybody dealing with an addict or an alcoholic, it could represent their energy. And make sure, I'm sure you've seen red flags or signs. Don't ignore those and don't let yourself be deceived. Now, again, if this has nothing to do, if it doesn't resonate with you in that sense, I love how all these three are wearing red. This is something you're very passionate about, or someone that you're very passionate about. But again, make sure that you're being honest with yourself about your healing process and the balance that you need, okay? That's very important. So it may not be somebody else deceiving you. It may be you deceiving yourself. Spirit, please tell Libra what else they need to know for this full moon in Aries. What else does Libra need to know about this full moon in Aries? Victory. I love it. 2 and 8 is 10. That's a completion of a cycle. This, whatever it is, this is a blessing. The universe is granting you a blessing. Let that cup overflow with joy and emotion. You're stepping into your power and you will be successful. That's really nice. That's a really nice message. So remember, even if it kind of hurts, healing can be scary. You might have to face some demons, or you might have to say or do things that make you uncomfortable, just like, throwing up something poisonous. But once it's done, you're going to be, you're going to be successful and you're going to feel so much better. What other energies can assist Libra on their journey through this Aries full moon? What other energies can assist Libra during this Aries full moon? All right, the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. This is the number 1. I love this card. I love this card coming out for you. All right, it's just respect, it's kindness, it's consideration. So make sure that you're kind, you're respectful, and you're considering all of your needs as you are healing or as you are helping someone else, okay? And along this journey, remember that. And look at just how poised and calm she is. It's also a reminder to get out in nature, go for a hike, take your shoes off, get them in the dirt, walk around in the garden if you have one, okay? That's always a very grounding feeling for you, okay? What other messages do we have for Libra for full moon in Aries? All right, and we have the resting tree, patience and stillness. All right, so again, I love this card because this is coming out with the Star card, okay? And the Star card is about being patient. It is about taking refuge somewhere. This person has been through a lot. It's the number 22, which I really love. 2s are all about decisions, all about help as well. They're all about relationships, and I think it's a long time coming. You might have been struggling, or somebody you're helping has been struggling. Again, if this has to do with any sort of addiction or alcohol issues, this is sort of like, you know, that's sort of that rehab situation. I know I keep talking about that and it may not resonate with you at all as far as addiction goes or alcoholism, but it could represent just this journey that you've been on and that you've been feeling so out of balance, and being able to deal with these issues during this Aries full moon with all of these sort of subconscious sort of rumblings coming, you know, these sort of, I get these like images of lava bubbles coming up to the surface that are going to be, that might be a little bit painful. Okay, but they're going to be ultimately very healing. Remember, Spirit is with you. You have angels and spirit guides all around you, that everybody is working towards your success at this time. And, you know, in the end, it's going to result in you being still and relaxed and being able to finally rest after this journey. So, Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I have. It is a beautiful reading. There may be some difficulties, but I think you might have been feeling them, you know, and you can sort of feel but hear the rumblings that they may come to the surface during this full moon period, but you'll be able to deal with them with ease. Okay, and without making too much self-sacrifice, and hopefully be able to heal this situation, because it looks like you are supported in that healing and rest is coming. Rest is on its way. Okay, so I love you guys so much. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, share and comment if that's something you like to do, and I hope you guys have a beautiful full moon.